Lamar. What's up, brother?
But whatever.
That's awesome. All right, man. I'm Jake. Nice to meet you, dude. Worlds Collide, Cagefighter coming out. Very excited. Tomorrow. That was an awesome movie, dude. It's good. It's exactly what we needed right now. A nice, comeback story. Pick us
Yeah,
up.
I think it's definitely it's a fun, easy watch. It's a good way to spend an hour and a half or whatever. That was the biggest thing I took away from it. I was like, I didn't know how I was gonna come across or anything. I don't know how movies are made. I did my parts, but I was like, I wonder how this is all gonna come together. And I was like, man, that was just fun to watch the whole thing. It kind of mixed a bunch of elements of kind of ESPN 30 for 30 style and the classic kind of Rocky story mixed with kind of a couple new spins they put on it. And I was really, really pleased with how it all came together. I thought everybody did an excellent job. And right now, especially not just because it's 2020, but because it's Halloween time and everybody's going to be watching all these horror movies and watching people's heads get chopped off and stuff. It'd be nice to mix it up with just a nice, fun movie with a good. Where at the end, I won't spoil anything, but at the end of the movie, you're gonna come away feeling happy and glad you spent an hour watching Cagefighter.
Absolutely. And even in the end of the movie, your character kind of turns. I'm like, wow, I love this guy. He's a good guy. So don't want to give away any spoilers. But how did you get involved in this film? Because it seems like you got Chuck Liddell, you got Christian, you got just all these WWE, MMA. It's like it seems like this role was written exactly for you.
Well, that's kind of exactly how it came together. I kind of became available. They were looking for somebody in pro wrestling that had some kind of name value. And I just happened to become available right at that time. And Jay Riso said they were looking for a guy, and he suggested me, and he sent me the script, and I read the script, and I just immediately sent back. I said, I can play this guy for sure, 100%. And it's kind of all my interests all rolled into one. It just seemed like a really fun role to play, and it really, like when I was reading the script, I was like, I feel like this was written for me, 100%.
Absolutely. So, I mean, my question is, did you have a script? It just seemed like you were improvising and ad-libbing all of your scenes, but it just came so natural for you, this Randy Stone character.
No, 100%, and that's a credit to Jesse and everybody for giving me that latitude to, I read the script, and some of the stuff was okay, but if I was going to say it, I would say it a little differently, or I'd put a little more torque on it or whatever. And they gave me the latitude to I literally never even, by the time I got to shooting, I never even picked up or read a script. It was just kind of cutting promos, talking trash at a press conference, do whatever. It's kind of what I do for a living anyway. So
right.
It was really easy for me. It was almost kind of a layup. It like you said, it was kind of written for me. So, and the thing is, I'm playing the bad guy, so you want to be as annoying as possible. You want to be as egotistical. You can literally say anything, because the point is you're trying to make people not like you. So it's complete freedom to say whatever you want, do whatever you want. And I was just going off on tangents, saying whatever ridiculous thing came to my mind, and hopefully make people want to punch me in the face.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I loved it. So did you to prepare for the filming, like, do you, for this movie, you go and watch Predator a couple of times, or like, how do you prepare for an acting role these days?
Like for me, this is almost the character's a lot like me anyway. When I read the script, he kind of came off kind of bristly and kind of unapproachable. I've been told I can be like that at times, so that was really easy for me to get into that frame of mind. And there really wasn't much preparation. The preparation was mostly the physical for all the fight scenes and stuff. It's no stunt guys. It's only me and Alex. We put together the fights in about a day between me, him, and Jesse. Jesse has the vision as the director. Alex is a legitimate professional fighter, and I come from the land of crafting stories and fights and conflict with drama and twists and turns to come to a resolution. So between three of our minds from three different worlds, we were able to really put together some cool stuff. And it was just 4 days of just really physical. We're really slamming each other into the cage and really falling on the mat, getting back up, and we're in a sound stage in Canada. It's cold. It's the winter. We're covered in fake blood, and
Mm.
they're spraying you with water to make you look sweaty. So you're like cold, covered in water, covered in like sticky fake blood, and you feel like there's this big freezing Jolly Rancher. It's like fairly uncomfortable. Trying to stay warm and keep the intensity up for over 12 hours. So the physical part of it was the biggest challenge. The ad-libbing and the acting, quote unquote, part of it was actually pretty easy.
Just came naturally, it seemed. Yeah, you played yourself almost. So you're in the movie with Chuck Liddell. Did he didn't contribute to the fight scenes at all? I figured he might have had some input to those.
A little bit, yeah. He was had some input here and there just from kind of Cage side. He was awesome. He was great to me because I'm such a big fan.
Yeah,
To me, like that's like meeting Babe Ruth. I was like a total little kid talking to Chuck Liddell. And on a movie set, you get so much downtime to like where you're just sitting around waiting for him to reset the camera or whatever. To just sit there and like shoot the shit with Chuck Liddell was like so cool. I'm like I don't want to come off like a geek, you know. I have all these questions I want to ask him and stuff, and like, I'll tell you about this. But the good thing about him is he just loves talking about fighting, so you don't even have to ask a question. He'll just bring something up, and all of a sudden he's telling you this awesome story, and you're like, I was just all ears, man. It was just a fun time.
Yeah, that's got to be cool. I'm sure you've been following him since the 90s, just being a fan of combat sports and all. So that's fun.
100%.
Heroes. So one thing I got to ask is like, I think you're a great actor, but you always seem to play this tough guy role, kind of playing yourself, Jon Moxley. Would you ever consider playing a different, like more serious role, you know, just something outside of your wheelhouse and just maybe, you know, a buddy cop movie with Mel Gibson or just something without the wrestling element to it?
Oh, 100%. I mean, right now I feel okay enough, and my body's still functioning, and I can still wrestle. So that's where my and the wheels could fall off this thing at any moment. I
Right.
may wake up one day and all of a sudden I just can't do what I used to be able to do, and wrestling may go away. So, but for right now, this is my main focus. Wrestle while I still can, but in the future, especially, I think acting's a whole different craft, and it's a whole thing that guys from wrestling like Batista and Edge, they've gone and really like studied and tried to master the craft and have done an excellent job at it. And I look at like if I had a more like this was pretty the acting part of this was like pretty easy, but if you gave me a challenge to like play a more dramatic role or a serious role or even like a comedy role or something completely different where I had to really kind of study and learn and give me a new challenge to master, I would be totally all in for that. And I think I could probably do something decent. You know, if it was the right thing at the right time, I think I could hopefully surprise people with what I could do. And I think you find that with pro wrestling, the work ethic of pro wrestlers and athletes when you get MMA fighters and pro wrestlers in a movie. You know, we show up on time and we stay late, and the work gets put in because that's kind of how our mindset is. So I'd be all about trying to fully kind of master the craft later in life. I can't get beat up and thrown around the ring as much.
Right. Yeah. Can't do that forever. I mean, you can try, but maybe take an acting class or something, hone those skills. So get ready for the next chapter in a decade or two.
Yeah. I mean, when I watch like the really, really good actors, name one like a Tom Hardy or
Corey Feldman, Corey Haim. Love him. Big fan.
There's like the super top tier, like real actors now after being on, several movie sets, and it really blows my mind how skilled these guys are, that to do, especially when they start doing different accents and the different ticks and so forth. Like acting is really it really is a craft, they don't just press record and just say the lines and that's what it is. Like, no, it's a whole, to really suck you into the character and make you believe it's a real person. It's really a craft in itself. And it's interesting to dip my toe in a little bit that I have, but in the future, if different roles come along that require me to go to different places and parts of myself, I'd be all in to try to really see how good I could get at it.
Cool, man. Win a couple belts, win a couple Oscars. You know, it's big future for you, Jon. I can feel it. It's coming.
Well, I'm trying.
Are there any actors that you look forward to working with in the future? Maybe like who's your favorite actor?
I mean, off the top of my head, Tom Hardy's a pretty good actor. He always seems to do good stuff, you know. There's so many, you know. Sometimes people tell me I remind them of Bill Murray. I'm not exactly why. Not
Really?
exactly sure
I'm
why.
looking at you, and I kind of get like a Russell Crowe vibe, like a young
People tell me I look like Russell Crowe all the time. Yeah, I've gotten that before. But I used to always get Corey Feldman. I think as I've gotten older, it's transitioned to Russell Crowe, and I'm thankful for that.
You used to get Corey?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Oh man, I used to be his personal assistant. He's my friend.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people always just tell me I look like him.
Yeah, cool, man. Right on. He's actually, I wanted to bring this up. Feldman, or your favorite wrestler, Bret Hart, he's starting to do some acting as well. And he's in some new independent movie, and Feldman has like a couple lines in it or something. I saw Bret posted on his page. So that's pretty cool.
That's funny. What a small world, right?
Yeah, I know. And what's cool for you, because, you know, you might not be able to wrestle Bret Hart right now just because, you know, he's retired and it's not going to happen. I mean, I don't know. It could, but you could always act with him, which is pretty cool. It's like, you know, the career continues after the ring, which is nice.
Yeah, we could get a stunt double for him, and we go into like a time machine, and I wrestle like young Bret Hart, but act with old Bret Hart or something. I don't know, you know. Somebody write that movie. There's an idea. Somebody write a script right now.
I like that. I like it. I had a question. I'm looking at your Twitter page. You have it says the Viper Room on as your cover picture. And I work on the Sunset Strip. I was like, oh, he's giving some love to the Sunset Strip. I actually work across the street at the Whiskey A Go-Go. So I was just wondering, is there some sort of Viper Room connection? Are you just a rock and roll fan? Or you hang out there?
I've been there before, but the reason is, when I was left WWE, I did kind of a trailer teaser video, and we filmed it in LA, and we'd already gotten everything we needed shot, but I was like, yo, can we get like a shot of the Viper Room in here? And so there was a last shot we did at the end of the night at like 4 a.m. I just very briefly walked by the Viper Room with the logo. And the reason for that was when I was in WWE Developmental, Dusty Rhodes, who was one of the coaches or whatever down there,
Mm-hmm.
he used to always kind of have a vision for how I would debut in WWE, and he'd always, for whatever reason, he'd be like, "You're gonna be." He'd have like the vignette in his mind playing for when I come out or whatever, and he'd be like, "If you in the back room at the Viper Club, leather jacket, women, cigarette smoke billowing," and he had this vision. He had this vision of these things. He's always envisioned me at the Viper Room or whatever. So it was kind of a tribute nod to Dusty to get the Viper Room in there.
Okay, that's cool. And you're a rock fan. I think you like heavy metal. You got a dope entrance song, which I love. Pumps me up. So
Yeah, I had that commissioned by a guy named Kane Churko, who's a producer in Vegas. He works with like Five Finger Death Punch and those guys there in Vegas. And
right on.
just kind of said, "Oh, need something with some energy, man." And they hooked me up with that, and it's a pretty good little ditty.
Yeah, man. So just to wrap things up here, it's October, it's Halloween. You know, what are some of your favorite horror movies?
Yeah, I'm not a huge horror movie guy. If the story has to be good. I like thrillers, I like suspense, all that. I don't like just like gore for the sake of gore, because I don't like it. I don't like to watch a movie where at the end of it I feel like horrible about everything. Like, oh my God, everybody died. That was grotesque.
Like a Saw or a Hostel. Those are too much for me.
Yeah, like Hostel, no. Get out of here. The first Saw was pretty good because it was like a mystery and it was a good story, you know. I mean, the original Halloween for sure. I think Scream's pretty good still. I think it holds up.
Scream 5 coming out soon.
Yeah, by 5, I don't know if it's still holding up or not.
But they did bring the cast back. They got Nev Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, so it might be pretty good.
Okay, well, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
What's some
Right
other
on,
good
man.
ones?
So just to wrap this up, what can we look forward to after Cagefighter Worlds Collide? What's next for 2021?
Well, I'm with AEW, All Elite Wrestling on TNT every Wednesday, and the hottest pro wrestling show in the world.
Thanks to you.
Hopefully these restrictions get let up and the world gets a little safer and we can start touring again and put more people in the buildings and so forth. But we're doing the best we can right now. And who could have predicted anything happening in 2020? I don't even want to begin to make any predictions for 2021, but we're going to do the best we can.
Exactly. Hey, well, at least we have Cagefighter Worlds Collide out tomorrow.
Yes, definitely. So definitely check it out.
All right, Mox, that's my time. Thanks so much, brother.
All right, thanks, dude.
Take care.